this time we thought we'd ask you guys who did you find as your toughest individual opponent? So Michael, for you that would probably be someone who maybe took his shots early, had a little bit more on it.
I reckon for Michael, his biggest challenge was his back four.
I didn't know who it was ever going to be.
Yeah. Oh, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, okay. 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 That's how you're rolling.
You guys, who gave you the most trouble during a game?
I'm not sure I understand.
So, crack on, Michael.
It probably not just this season. Well, he still scored 2 past me this season. It's probably Perry Coles, to be fair, for me. Because every year, whoever he's played for and we played against him, he seems to score against me. Whether that was Camberley or this year.
He's a good player, isn't he? I mean, he's a goal scorer, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
But having the big man, little man combination with Bunyan, works so well for Coles.
Yeah, and obviously they get their joy through that. And yeah, like I said, no matter who I've played for, he's always seemed to score against us at times where I fucking wish he didn't. Basically, put it that way, put it nicely.
He's very lively, yeah. He is very lively though, isn't he? I mean, his movement is good. He strikes the ball well, so he's always gonna cause a few problems. What about you, the rest of the back four? I mean, pretty fullbacks, aren't you? So, what's giving you boys the most problems?
Go on, it don't matter who goes first.
Go on.
You'd have to probably go through the wing. I'd probably need someone to start suggesting names because, in terms of like going into a match day, thinking who
opposition, maybe opposition rather than individual players. Then perhaps opposition styles. If there's no standout player, maybe there's a team that play very well with width and have to be on.
Maybe I can ask that one a little bit easier. I always find it difficult to get games when they're against teams who have wingers who don't really play high and don't touch the touchline. Drop off, play deep, and so I'm going out and possibly going into no man's land or not marking in the pool and then banging back and playing the ball around competitions where I can't really make that up. They're the games where I struggle to get into. If it's a 1v1, if it's a battle, if I'm leg races down the touchline, that kind of stuff, I'd much prefer that kind of game. Otherwise, I think struggles to get into games when it's the other way around. And some teams do it.
I guess with a few of you being fullbacks, do you find that it makes a massive difference to you guys who's playing in front of you?
100%.
I think maybe less of a difference. I prefer certain players, but I'm thinking
there's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason for that, Matt, isn't it?
And I think it's the way going forward. That's what I prefer. Otherwise, I'm not bothered. I feel like I can have anyone in front to do that job, that defensive job, or that side of it.
Sure. And Mally, you said for you it was a definite, straight away there was no hesitation.
100%. Like I find that if I know the person in front of me is going to do the same thing, or I know their style of play, I don't need to then think if I give the ball to them what they're going to do, or if I'm there, are they not going to come back? I know it's just going to happen naturally. So then I can just give the ball to them, or it's smooth. The transition is smooth. So for me, it would be Ollie. So I know Ollie's going to get. Yeah.
Is that from a mindset that you like to get forward? So you want a reassurance of somebody covering you, or is that more in a sort of attacking combination?
It's I would say I'm going to go forwards regardless. So it doesn't really matter in that sense. But in the sense of partnership-wise, I know Ollie's going to track his man. And I also know that if I give him the ball, he's going to go forwards. Or he's either going to set it and play it back, and then the patterns of play will open up but he's more reliable than our partnership is more reliable than another person
others
being on the wing, and that's why I would tend to say put Ollie on my wing, and if that's my preference, if I put it like that, that's what I feel comfortable with because I know what he's going to do 9 times out of 10.
Sure.
So that's what I would say.
And Goody?
I haven't really played in the league that long, so I can't really say what players that's gave me a hard time. But team-wise, I think there's 2. There's Lancing, and there is, I think, was it Knaphill when we lost? Like, was it 4-0 or 4?
Knaphill, yeah.
Knaphill was the way they just went forward, or especially the first half anyway. The two strikers up front.
That was who Michael was referring to.
Yeah, them 2, and then obviously Lancing. I think where we went into the game thinking something different, and they showed us something else that we wasn't ready for. Kind of changed the game. Their movement was a joke. Like off the ball, like they all had 2 positions basically.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And they, like I said, they all knew each other and their movement wise, and it was a long day. Even though we won, it was still like when that whistle went, I just fell on my knees. Like I was like, nah, but no, yeah. So I think them two teams, I could say like problem wise.
Yeah, same. I'll agree. Lancing. When we played against them, mentally, I was drained. Like mentally, I was like, what the hell? Like, and you won't play against teams in the league above organised as well as they was organised.
Sure.
So the thing that they said, their rotation was second to none. Like they wasn't even thinking about it. They was passing the ball religiously, and players were just in the space that they was passing the ball to. But the hardest opponent for me was their right back, and mentally that was because I haven't played against someone in the league, well, a right back that thinks the same way as me for the whole game. And where he did that, it now gave me a problem where I haven't had to fix before.
Okay.
So mentally, I was just like, what do I actually do? Because they know that's the source. He's good enough and he's getting the ball every time.
And you had to play against them both times, though. When you played left back in the first game and right back in the second game.
Yeah, but I would say the second game. Yeah, the second game was.
So he was right back in the first game and then left back in the second game. So you played against them both times.
Was that James Beresford, Gal?
Yeah, the young kid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But the second game, 100% was much more easier because I feel like in training, we knew what we was going to do and we knew how they was going to do it, and that's where he then ended up going to the other side.
Yeah.
And then once he went to the other side, that new right back that we've never seen before, it was just like me versus you now.
Normal service.
And it's a sort of mismatch sort of thing. But Lancing, best team that I've come across, I would say, for a very long time.
I think at their place, they played outstanding, relentless football, didn't they? They just, like you said, it was wave after wave. It felt fluid. It felt threatening.
Yeah.
Right, it was scary.
Yeah. A bit like Dorking Wanderers.
Oh, I didn't play that game.
Yeah,
lucky, mate, lucky.
But you knew, but
that game was a different kind of ball game.
Yeah, but the thing is though, with Dorking, like, let's be real, like you knew what they were going to bring. Do you know what I mean? They're going to be good. Obviously, their league of like where they're playing and whatnot.
Yeah.
Conference.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Lancing, I don't care what anyone says. No one had any idea that they played ball like that. I don't care what anyone says because I remember sitting on the bench for the first 10 minutes. I literally collapsed. Like I was sitting on the bench because what they did to us, and all of us had no idea what to do. People were panicking. Like it was just
injured within 15
minutes.
minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Like they shocked us. The fact that but then like I said, like Mal said, the second game when we played them again, because we knew that's all they had. Do you know what I mean? Like it kind of made it feel a bit better because we were more prepared.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And if we played them again,
didn't they? And if that didn't work, they just stuck with plan A.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't have a plan.
They had nothing else.
Yeah. So again, if they did,
I guess in their league, though, it must have been an effective plan A.
Oh God, yeah.
I know, of course. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if they carry like the league, if they keep going up in the leagues, they have to switch it up because obviously, if you have a team like what we did, like kind of sat in and then took our chance and sat in, they're not going to get that far.
No.
But we missed a lot of chances at home.
There you go. There you go as well.
Even away, we missed chances.
The first half, we
I watched it this morning and flipping out. We had so many chances to score.
Yeah,
but I think that's where we were shot though, Mike. Like the fact that they did that to us, and we were thinking like, because I remember some of the chances as well. Like it was mad. I don't care what anyone said. That they play ball, but they just need to mature more. They need to mature more. That's why
they need a striker, a physical one.
Yeah.
If they had Page up front, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that was...
The lad they had up top scored something like 35, 36
He's on top,
goals.
put on top bins.
Yeah. His goal was pretty decent against us, to be fair. But he's a different type of striker, wasn't he? He was, as you say, he wasn't a robust striker. He was technical again.
Yeah.
So,
but I think we defended religiously, man. The way we defended from side to side was religious.
Yeah, we knew what we had to do, and like I said, we done.
Obviously, we did ask the question at the start of most dangerous opponent for each of the boys, which sort of, I think, it was apparent that you don't see individuals as your biggest threat, but it's more a team that causes the more problems rather than individual players. Would that be fair?
Yeah.